Welcome to morning yoga. So happy you're here. If you didn't already grab your blocks, make sure you have those nearby, or if you want a meditation cushion, you can get that. And we're using the playlist 22 Flow 100. And we'll do a little countdown, and then we'll have time towards the end of class for a longer meditation. So we're not going to do a longer meditation at the beginning of class. Make sure you take it off of shuffle. One. Oh, I'm going to do my countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. We're heading to child's pose. I just was adjusting my volume settings. So if you can still hear, I think you can still hear me just fine. Okay. So you come to your child's pose and you bring the knees wide. If you want a blanket under the knees, go ahead. If you want something under the head, like a block, and if the hips feel tight, take a block under the hips. And just breathe here. Already giving yourself credit for showing up. We'll bring in that space for the body, but first, just create some space in your mind. A little gratitude for another new beginning, morning to awaken to the day. Sometimes there can be an energy of digging in to see what we find within our emotional body, energetic body. And then there's also this ability to just back off and be with what is without searching, without seeking. Two more breaths here. And when you're ready, spread those fingers and you'll come up to tabletop. And we're heading into our hip circles. So going one direction. And then how do you keep activity through the torso, through the upper core, so that you're not dropping the head? And the other direction with your hips. Already spread the fingers and have energy through the knuckles, so there isn't this buckling of letting the palm peel away from the earth. And then when you're ready, through the center, pause. And then cat pose, round your spine, drop your head. So belly button lifts up. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, lift your gaze. A couple more, and can you pay attention which direction is the elbow facing? So the eye of the elbow, the inner portion of the elbow. Can you turn it slightly forward without yanking on the arm? Through the center, tuck the toes, and then you're sitting back on the feet to stretch the feet. And so you're coming back as much as you can. If you can sit back on the heels, great. Palms face up, inhale. Exhale, rock forward, come onto the tops of the feet, and we're going to stretch the arches. So you can come back. If you can come back on both feet, great. Otherwise, you might just lift one knee and then the other, just starting to stretch into it. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then forward, tuck the toes again. Exhale, palms up. Inhale forward, working the feet here. Inhale, exhale. This time, a couple shoulder circles while you're there. Good. Find that stretch for the arches. Inhale forward, tuck the toes. We'll do it 2 more times. If you want to add in those shoulder circles, go ahead. Last one. Inhale forward, kick your right foot to the sky, extend that leg long, and then you're just lowering and lifting the leg to the earth and then back up to hip height. Yep. And you don't have to lift it too high here, so it's a small range of motion. There you go. That way you can zip up the front body. If you need to come up onto the knuckles, go ahead. This time, foot up to the sky. You'll bring your knee out and around to the side and then kick that foot back up. So you're bringing it around and then kick the foot back up, out to the side like a fire hydrant. Yep. All the way around. So it's a big range of motion for the hip. Yep. And then just kick that foot back up to reset and then bring it out to the side. Now you got it. Yep. Okay, kick that foot back up to the sky and then bend and straighten the leg. A little bit of a donkey kick action. And then look at the mat, gaze towards the top of the mat, pick up your belly. 3, 2, 1. And then child's pose or cat cow, either one. Tabletop inhale, stick left foot towards the sky, extend the leg long, and then tap your toes down to the earth and then back up to hip height. And so here focusing on upper core again, can you press the back of your head towards the sky? You can even play around with taking your fingertips out towards the side of the mat here. Can you really isolate the movement to the hip, activating that glute, hamstring. Three, 2, 1. Kick that foot towards the sky, and then you're taking your knee circle all the way out to the side, and then down. Kick the foot back up. Yep, all the way out to the side. Yep, all the way down. Kick the foot up. Just like that, you got it. Two more. Pick that foot up to the sky, bend and straighten the leg. Two, 1. Child's pose. And then come up to tabletop. You're going to come to puppy pose. So ideally keeping the hips over the knees, and then you're bringing your chest down. A little bit of a back bend. So keep those hips high. And then if you can, option to look, gaze forward so your chin is on the earth. Otherwise, you can bring the forehead to the earth. A little bit in between downward dog and child's pose. One more breath. Start to walk yourself back up, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And then bend the knees, hover the knees. It's this tabletop position with the knees hovering. High plank, downward dog. Walk it out. Bend one knee and then the other. And then bend your knees a lot and stick your tail up. Yeah, in your downward dog. So stay in the upside down V shape. Yes, press your chest back. And then lift, you feel it, lift those hips. Okay, good. I can't see your feet, but whatever you're doing is close enough. Child's pose, flip the palms up. So now you find that external rotation for the arm bone when you're down here. If the knees are sensitive, you can double up the mat, inhale, tabletop. Kick your right foot to the sky. Tap it behind, eagle legs, inhale, kick it back up, tap it behind. Sneaky core work here. So lift the back of the head, lift your belly button, kick it up to the sky, tap it behind. Inhale, lift. Yep. Exhale. 2, 1. Straighten the leg, put your toes down to the mat, and we're coming to that side plank variation where you spin the back foot down. Top hand can come up or just rest on the hip. Oop, yep. Are you towards me? There you go. And then if you want, you can reach your arm up overhead. It's like side angle. And then inhale, hand to the sky, thread the needle, dive it under. Inhale up or reach overhead. Back up to the sky, thread the needle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Last one. Find that long line, side of the body. And then 3 times, knee to elbow. 3, 2, 1. Reach it long and then step right foot forward, high crescent. Please undo the mat if you folded it. Oh, my mat is very sticky. Okay, I'll get there. High crescent. And then just taking those big sweeping windmill arms. Can you straighten out that back leg even more? Or if you need the modification, bring the back knee down. We're going to stamp into chair pose, so come towards the top of the mat. Utkatasana, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, sit into it. 2 more. Last one. You got it. And then we'll meet in that chair pose, pause. Pick the belly up here. You can bring your weight into the heel bone. And then forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen out the spine, a little ripple. Plant the hand, step it back, downward dog. And then bend one knee and then the other. Find that movement. Now come through the center, come to the balls of the feet. Bend those knees, flip your sit bones up. Excuse me. And then start to imagine that your elbows are moving towards each other so the arms are sucking in. Yeah, and then is there space to press the chest back and lift the hips? You can bend the knees even a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Lots of energy up and back. It's like I'm just pulling you up out of your hands energetically. Child's pose, flip those palms up again. Last breath here. And then slowly you're inhaling back to tabletop. Left foot to the sky. Tap it behind. We're using all these different portions of the hamstring, and can you lift the back of your head? So it's a cohesive length. Yep. And you don't have to gaze up, but what if you're looking towards the top of your mat? Right, so it's a little bit less of an arch and just a little bit more length. It's like you're coming into a plank rather than letting the head hang down. And then find length at the back of the neck. 3, 2, 1. Stick those toes towards the back of the mat. Find your side plank. Spin the foot down. Find your balance. Hand can rest on the hip or towards the sky. And then reach that arm up overhead, back to the sky, and then thread the needle. Still working that core. Inhale, arm reaches overhead. Exhale to the sky, thread the needle. You can always come up onto the knuckles like a fist on the right hand. Up overhead, side angle, dive it under. Last one. Pause, and then 3 times, knee to elbow, side crunch. 3, 2, 1, long reach, and then step it forward, high crescent. Power up that back leg, and then add on your arms. Windmill arms up and around. All your power coming from the back leg. 3, 2, 1, and then stamp it forward, chair pose, get low. Inhale, Tadasana, stand tall. Arms can come up or down. Sit into it. Pick up your belly. Belly lifts, seat drops. 2 more. Pause there. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Drop the heels 2 more times. Inhale, balls of the feet, just like we're opening up bottoms of the feet at the beginning of class. Excuse me, last one. Option to hook the thumbs, reach up and back, extend a mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Knees can be bent here. High plank. Drop the knees 2 times, half chaturanga. So the elbows tuck in. High plank, downward dog. Option to walk it out here. Child's pose, flip the palms up. And if you want, add in a couple shoulder circles. Move through tabletop, inhale, step that right foot forward, warrior 1. Find your fist packet, draw the elbows back, sit into that front leg, pause. This time, release your hands to the sky, pop the back heel up so you're in your high crescent again. You're gonna dive your heart forward, press the triceps back, palms to the sky. So bring the torso forward. Yep, inhale, come all the way back up, high crescent, and we'll do that 2 more times. Really working that front leg here. Inhale up, find the fist packet 1 more time. Maybe even a little baby back bend, and if you're able to, straighten the arms out, lift up, and then exhale, dive it forward. Option to drop that back knee to the earth. It's humble warrior here. Shoulders come inside the hips, inside the knee. Yep, you're doing it. 1 more breath. Hands all the way to the sky, to your heart, to the earth. Downward dog, or option to take a vinyasa. Finding that restorative quality of downward dog, we're finding that support from the limbs to find length in your spine. Through tabletop, left foot steps, warrior 1. And so already here, reach the arms up and find length through the spine. You got it. Maybe it's the awkward clasp this time. Fist packet and draw the elbows back. Inhale, hands to the sky, pop the back heel up. So it's that high crescent shape. And then dive your heart forward, tricep press. Inhale up, you're working that front leg. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale up. Last one. Inhale up, find the fist packet. Lift your heart, and maybe you even straighten out the arms to prepare for your humble warrior. Option to drop the back knee or keep it straight. And if you want, you can even take the left foot over to the left to create more space for the chest and the shoulders. Can you let your head drop to the earth? You got it. And it's always fine to keep the elbows bent, depending what's available in your body. Inhale, hands to the sky. Hands to your heart, to the earth. Downward dog, or find your version of a vinyasa. I'm dropping the knees, 2 half chaturangas, power up the arms. Downward dog. Pause there, or option to come back to that child's pose with the palms up. Downward dog. Bend the knees a lot. Walk towards the feet. So it's Uttanasana. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Bend both knees a lot. So you're finding that shell. Torso is just touching onto the thighs here. Grab opposite elbows, shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then option to rock side to side, or maybe even bending and straightening one leg and then the other. But it doesn't have to be a lot. You can even just shift the weight side to side. Let the head go. Couple more. So it's not pulling on the low back because the knees are bent. No such thing as bending the knees too much here. Okay, turn the toes out slightly, and you're coming to the side, up and around, all the way up. So come up to the left and down the right. Yep. Nice stretch for the spine here while still working the core. Lift that belly. And when you're ready, come back down to the bottom, other direction. Up to the right, around and down to the left. Last one, come back to the center. Bring those feet parallel and then start to walk your hands out, downward dog. Imagine those arms squeezing towards each other. Press the earth away. Shake your head. This time feet will come together. Inhale, right leg lifts. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, lift that right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. Step the right foot forward. Option to drop that back knee, come all the way up. So the back leg's either straight or the knee is bent, and then left hand to the earth, easy twist. Stay here or out on that windmill arm, right arm up, around, and down. Graze the hip. Last one. Hands to the earth. This time, we're going to take three-legged dog, right leg up and back. Pause, or option to bend the top knee, small knee circles when you're up there. Starting in the hip joint, can you keep lots of energy into that right hand? Other direction. Inhale, right foot to the sky, knee to nose again, 3 times. This time, step that right foot forward, warrior 2. Pause, so you find those legs super strong. Find your gaze, and then hands come in heart center. Inhale, reach them long, wide wingspan. 2 more times. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Last one. Inhale, warrior 2. Pause. Just look at the back hand. Come back to the front hand. Flip the front palm. Option to reverse the warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Pause, and then 2 times, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit into it, bend that leg again. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sit into it. Pause. And then we're coming into side angle. So reach the right arm forward till you can't reach anymore, and then you can take your elbow to the knee or hand inside the ankle. Top arm towards the sky. Find that same energy that we used in the side plank variation earlier. Option to take top arm overhead. Inhale, reach it back up, warrior 2. Hands to the earth, downward dog. If you like that 3-legged dog, feel free to flesh out the front of the hip. And then meet in downward dog. Good, and then shorten up your downward dog stance. So bring your feet closer to your hands. Yep, bend the knees a little bit, stick your tail up. Yeah, looks like it feels better. And even here, let's take the fingertips wide. Hands as wide as the mat, fingertips out so there's even a little more turnout, and let the head hang. Okay, bring those hands back to shoulder distance. Feet come together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Round forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more. Knee to nose, step it forward. Come to your high crescent. And then right hand to the earth, easy twist. You can always use a block under the hand. Middle arm, take it up and around. So you're actually taking right hand to the earth so that you're twisted. There you go. And then the left arm is coming up and around. And if you need to have the back knee down, you can. Otherwise, straighten out that back leg. If you have a hard time reaching the earth, this is where the block comes in handy. You just put a block under the right hand. Last windmill. All the way up, high crescent. Hands to your heart, to the earth. Three-legged dog, sleep it up and back. Option, bend the top knee. Can you keep equal weight into both hands and square up the shoulders? Small knee circles. Other direction. Are the elbows moving? Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. 3, 2, 1. Step it forward. Warrior 2. This time, flip the palms. Look at the back hand. Come back around, palms to the earth. Look at that back hand again. Back over the front hand, and then flip just the front palm, reverse warrior. Can you keep the hips low as you do this? Inhale, warrior 2. Side angle, reach that front arm all the way forward. Take your torso with you and then add on the arm. Elbow to the knee or hand can come inside the ankle. Top arm towards the sky, to the hip, or take it up overhead. And if you have the elbow resting, just make sure that shoulder isn't scrunched in. Looks pretty good from here, but that's something that tends to happen in this shape. Pick up the belly, scoop your hips. Inhale, warrior 2. And then this time, straighten that front leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit into it. Just giving that front leg a little break. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sit into it. Spin your hands all the way to the earth. Option to take that three-legged dog or straight to downward dog. We're going to step the right foot forward. Option to bring the feet together, lift that right leg high, or drop through tabletop. High crescent. Big windmill arms, just like we did at the beginning of class. Super strong legs here. Clap your hands to the heart. And then you're coming to warrior 3. Launch yourself forward. And even if it takes you a couple tries, and even if that back foot needs to tap down to the earth, can you keep the back leg super, super straight? Okay to bend the standing knee. Power up that back leg. Yep, it's a lot of work. Warrior 3. Reach your hands behind you and then stamp it, chair pose. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, sit into it. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, chair. Last one. Chair pose, pause. Keep your hips low, reach the arms up. Drinking bird, tricep press. Come on at the balls of the feet. Drop your heels, reach the arms up. 2 more. Last one. Option to hook the thumbs up and back. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step it back, downward dog. Had all my heaters on. It's becoming hot yoga up in here. Okay. Bend one knee and then the other. Pause. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Hands as wide as the mat. It's like your star dog here. And then remember at the beginning of class, we did that puppy dog pose. Bring the hands back to shoulder distance. Bring the feet back in. Drop the knees and then start to walk the hands forward, puppy pose. Slowly start to come back up, tabletop. You can come back up to downward dog, feet come together, left leg lifts, or just step the left foot forward. High crescent. Coming to the other side. Find those windmill arms. So 2 things are happening here. You're opening the shoulders and you're also testing the balance. Lots of energy in that back leg. You got it. Sit into the front leg. 1 more. Clap the hands together. Launch yourself forward. Warrior 3. Once you're there, straighten out that back leg like you're kicking into the wall behind you. You got it. Hands reach back. Chair pose. We didn't stay there for long. Inhale, Tadasana. Stand tall. Lift the heart. Exhale as you sit deeply, lift the belly. Inhale. A little bit of a yogi squat. 2 more. Sit into it. Keep the hips low, reach the arms up. Drinking bird 3 times. Exhale, balls of the feet. Inhale, arms will reach up, seat stays low. You can even take a block between the knees, the thighs, pretend like it's there. Last one. Option to hook the thumbs up and back, extended mountain. Urdhva, I think it's Urdhva. Okay, all the way down. Halfway lift, plant the hands. Downward dog. And now find a little bit longer stance than you normally would. Tabletop cat-cow a couple times. If you want more core work right now, just tuck the toes and hover the knees for that plank variation. Otherwise, cat-cow. Bring the knees wide, child's pose, flip the palms up. Put the palms down. Inhale, we're gonna rock forward and step the left foot outside the left hand. It's that lizard. And you're gonna start to walk your left arm under the leg. And then come back up. So it's like you're diving your shoulder under, little teaser, back up. Walk it under, back up. And then straighten the back legs. So tuck those toes. Find an easy twist in the lizard. Find a twist, so go the other direction with your torso. There you go. Option to drop the back knee, option to grab the foot for the quad stretch. Release the foot. This time you're gonna tuck those back toes and we're walking all the way around goddess, horse stance. So you're coming around to the right with the torso, both feet turn out. Find your goddess. You can either sit up high, or if you like to bring elbows inside the knees, go ahead. Inhale, star. Exhale, hands to the heart, sit into it. Inhale, long arms. Exhale. Last one. Reach out wide and then gather it up at your center. Inhale, arms reach up. Pivot towards the top of the mat again. You can come to a high plank, vinyasa, or straight to downward dog. Vinyasa can even mean high plank. Child's pose, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Find that long spine here. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Drop the knees, other side. So right foot outside. The hands are coming to that lizard. So you already feel a little bit of a stretch. And then now you're just taking that hand and shoulder under the leg. Inhale, come back up. Just deepening the stretch here. Dive it under. Inhale up. Last one. Back up. Tuck the back toes, straighten that back leg. And you're coming into your lizard twist. Left hand to the earth, right hand towards the sky. Pause. Hang out there or drop the back knee and then grab the foot for the quad stretch. So you kind of have to get low enough that you can come to the front of the top of the kneecap. You don't want to be on top of the kneecap. So you can even bring your stance a little wider, or you could always use a blanket under the kneecap. Release the foot. Tuck those back toes and you're coming to your wide leg posture. So walk the hands around to the left, straighten both legs. Find your goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess, horse stance. 2 more. Last one. Gather it up. And then as you straighten the legs, turn towards the top of the mat again. High plank. Pause or find that vinyasa. Vinyasa can also be a pausing in high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Drop the knees, find that puppy pose one last time. Slowly walk yourself back up. Swing the legs around, lay down, half bridge prep. Once you're there, bend the knees. And just take a couple times, half bridge, lift the hips. Imagine there's something really heavy sitting in your lap. You can grab side edges of the mat with your hands or just press the palms down. Exhale, slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to shake your tail out there at the bottom. Inhale, lift the hips. Squeeze your glutes, press your feet down, press your shoulders down. Slowly roll down. 5, 4, 3. So you're really rolling the spine here. 2, 1. Last time, inhale. Setu Bandha, Shavasana, inhale, pause. Exhale, keep the hips lifted. Can you press more energy into the backs of the arms? More energy into the feet. You got it. Last breath. And then slowly ripple down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Happy baby. Option to rock side to side. Pause here, release the left foot. So you're in your half happy baby now. Option to extend that left leg long. You can also take the left arm across, hug the thigh in. Come back up, happy baby. Option to rock. Release that right foot. Option to extend it long. If you would like, reach that right arm across the body, hug the leg in. Happy baby. This time, release your left foot to the earth, right foot towards the sky. Figure 4. Pause here or thread the needle. Right arm through the gap. If you get enough of a stretch in the figure 4, you don't need to thread the needle. There's always an option to rock side to side. And what happens if you turn on that lower leg? So you're flexing the right foot. That can help to protect the knee. It can also just help to make that hip stretch a little bit more targeted to where you're tight. Okay, release the threading of the needle if you have it. Both feet to the sky. Happy baby. Add that rocking. Let your head rock side to side. Let it go. Come back to the center, right foot to the earth. Inhale, left foot kicks up to the sky. Find your figure 4. Open up that knee. That might be enough for you here, or you thread the needle, left hand through the gap. This time, grab behind the thigh, in front of the shin. If you want that extra hamstring stretch, straighten out the leg. Even in this stretch, where is there length in your spine? Can you let your neck relax? Bring that activity to the lower leg, flex the foot. Release the needle, release the legs, both feet up. Last time, happy baby. If there's another shape that's calling to you, please go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to set up for a supported Shavasana. So a couple options. If you have a pranayama cushion, you can use that. If you have a foam roller, you can always place a blanket over the foam roller, or you can take your blocks with a blanket over the blocks. And so we're going to bring the support parallel, not perpendicular, parallel to the spine. So even if you have blocks, you can just line up the blocks long and take your blanket over. Folded or rolled up blanket. Are you okay on time? Okay. Boom. And then one of the things I want you to watch me before you go into it, excuse me, depending on the length of your spine and the length of your support, you might come back and find that you need more support behind the head. And so you can always create more space between the blocks, but you can take this rolled up, you can take the blanket and kind of just fold it under the neck, under the head a little bit, and that can be quite cozy. Option to have the legs long or bend the knees, feet wide, knees together. And so the blocks and the support don't need to be like jabbing into the low back. It's okay to have it more towards the upper half of the spine. So the idea is that you want it comfortable. I can't see you, but I trust that you're comfortable and making sure you have enough support under the head. And so we don't want to lift the head high in deep back bends, like when we're going into that bridge pose. But here in the reclined, relaxed posture, totally fine to give that little extra support. Palms face up, and then can you start to snuggle the elbows in? So it's that gentle external rotation of the upper arm. It's an opening kind of around the armpit area. And then it's just gravity drawing the arms towards the earth. So that softening happens when you choose it. That relaxation comes in when you open for it. Can you keep the practice really simple here? Feeling more, thinking less. Anything that needs your attention, you can just table it for now and it will be there when you come up off the mat. So it doesn't need to be a 20-minute meditation to be effective. It doesn't need to be a long session to feel good. Where is the opening? Where is that threshold where you get to step forward, step closer to yourself, step closer to stillness, to peace, serenity, everything that you are calling forward, that place where you can feel everything calling you forward. Your destiny, your peace. Option to reach the arms up towards the sky, and a couple times just goalpost arms to open up the chest. Opposite of that backpack, inhale up, exhale open. And then reach it up and just scissor the arms, one up, one down. Waking up the body. So the invitation is that when you set up for a quick meditation, if you have time in your day at any time this week for a 5-minute meditation, just using the yoga props to create some support for the body as you tap in. It's to be that all-in-one experience, and then slowly start to come up or roll to your side. Let your head hang down. We're going to find a hand mudra. So the fingertips will touch, but the palms will stay wide. So even the thumbs are touching. And just let the hands rest in your lap. Close the eyes. Feel these little connection points at the tips of the fingers, connecting all lines of energy through the body, elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, space. An option to seal the palms now at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Sit tall and start to lift your chin level to the earth. Find that length through the spine, a little lightness around the heart space. Thank you. We did not set an intention during practice today, but just know that's always an option. You can always add that in, fold it in. So great to have you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Drink